Hi everyone, welcome to the session on Agile methodology. Today we are going to see the topic as the Agile requirements prioritization from Unit 4 Agility and Requirements Engineering. So, prioritization means deciding which requirements should be done first based on their value, urgency, and impact. So, in Agile, we don't try to build everything at once. So, instead, we focus on delivering the most important features first so that customers get value early. Prioritizations help the team make the right decision even when time and resources are limited. Different prioritization techniques like Masco, Kano model, WSJF, and value versus effort analysis are used in the Agile to order the product backlog effectively. In the next slide, we will see the requirements management in Agile environment. Requirements prioritization in Agile ensures that most valuable features are delivered first. In Agile, not all requirements are equally important. Some features given the high business value while others may be optional. Prioritization helps the team focus on high value features first so that the customer gets a maximum benefit early in the project. It enables the teams to focus on what brings the maximum business and customers impact. Instead of wasting time on low priority features, agile teams focus on work that directly supports the business goals or improve the user satisfaction. This makes the development more meaningful and efficient. Agile treats prioritization as a continuous collaborative process. Prioritization is not done just once. It is a continuous activity in Agile. The team, product owner, and stakeholders regularly discuss which requirement should be done next based on the current needs. Priorities are re-evaluated in every sprint planning session. At the beginning of every sprint, the team reviews and updates the priority. If business needs have changed, the backlog is recognized. This gives the flexibility to handle new ideas and changing market demands. Effective prioritization balances the business needs, user value, and technical feasibility. While setting the priorities, we not only look at the business value but also consider the user need, user needs and the technical complexity. Some features may be valuable but difficult to implement immediately, so the team plans wisely by balancing all these factors. This alignment ensures efficient use of time and resources. When priorities are clear and agreed upon, the team does not waste time on unnecessary work. Resources like time, budget, and manpower are used more efficiently. Teams use various techniques like Masco, Kano, and planning poker. So there are many methods used in Agile for prioritizations. For example, Masco categories requirements as must have, should have, could have, and won't have. The Kano model helps understand customer satisfaction levels, while planning poker is used to estimate the prioritize the collaboratively. Each method fits the different types of projects and decision making cultures. No single method works for the every project. The right prioritization technique depends on project size, industry, and team culture. Agile teams choose the method that best suits their situation. Prioritization helps deliver the customer value early and often. Since high priority features are delivered first, customers start experiencing value from the early stages of the project. This builds trust and keeps the stakeholders engaged. It drives the continuous feedback and iterative improvement. By delivering the important features early, the teams get the faster feedback from users. This feedback is used to improve the product in the next sprints, helping the Agile achieve the continuous improvement. In next slide, we will see the topic as the Agile prioritization cycles. This slide explains how prioritization works as a continuous cycle in agile development. It is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process that evolves as the project progresses. And the step one is the backlog management. The process begins with the managing the product backlog, which is a list of all requirements, user stories, and features. The product owner collects the new idea, change request, and customer needs and adds them to the backlog. And the second one is the prioritize requirements. After collecting the requirements, the next step is prioritizations. The team ranks the requirements based on the business value, customers' importance, and urgency. High priority items move to the top of the backlog and are selected first for the development. And third step is implement the features. Based on the priority, the development team fix the user stories during the sprint planning and starts implementing them. The team delivers working features in short iterations, ensuring the continuous progress. And fourth step is a review and feedback. After implementation, the team demonstrate the completed work to stakeholders during the sprint reviews. They collect the feedback from the user, product owners, and customers. This is important to check whether the delivered features meet the expectations. Our next step is reprioritize. Based on the feedback received, priorities may change. Some features may be adjusted, new requirements may be added, or existing ones may be removed. The backlog is then updated and reprioritized. So the cycle keeps repeating in every sprint, which ensures the continuous improvement, flexibility, and customer satisfaction. This is how Agile handles the changing the requirements effectively. In the next slide, we will see the importance of the prioritization in Agile. Prioritization guides the sequence of development for maximum value delivery. Prioritization helps the team decide the order in which the feature should be developed by doing the most important and high value work first. Agile teams make sure that the customer starts receiving value early in the project. It ensures that the critical features are implemented before the optional ones. Not all the features are equally important. Some are critical for systems functionality while others are nice to have. Prioritization ensures that essential features are built first so the product remains useful even if time or budget is limited. It helps balance business goals, technical constraints, and user expectations while prioritizing. Agile teams consider three main factors: business importance, technical feasibility, and user needs. This balance ensures smarter and more practical decisions during development. Teams makes the informed decision based on the impact and urgency. Prioritization helps the team evaluate each requirements based on how impactful it is and how urgently it is needed. This result in better decision making and efficient planning. So agile teams can respond to change effectively when priorities are clear. When priorities are well defined, the team can handle changes easily without getting confused. If a new requirement comes in, they know how to rearrange the work without losing the track. This prevents the confusion and misalignment during the sprints. Clear prioritization avoids the chores during the sprint execution. Team members know exactly what to work on, reducing the misunderstandings and rework. Proper prioritizations improves the customer satisfaction and ROI. By delivering the high value features early, agile teams improve the customer satisfaction. It also increases the return on investment because important features reach user faster and start generating the value sooner. It aligns the product outcomes with the stakeholder needs. Stakeholders want the product to deliver specific business goals. Prioritizations ensure that development always stays aligned with the stakeholder expectations. Without prioritizations, agile projects risk scope creep and inefficiency. If priorities are not set, the team may waste time on unnecessary features. This leads to scope creep, where uncontrolled feature additions delay the project and reduce the efficiency. Clear ranking brings order to evolving requirements. Since Agile accepts the changing requirements, prioritization helps them maintain order. It assigns the clear rank to each requirement so that the change do not create the confusion. In next slide, we will see the topic as the Masco technique. The Masco method divides the requirements into four priority categories. Masco is a very popular agile prioritization method used to organize requirements based on importance. It helps the team decide what to build first and what to postpone. These are must have, should have, could have, and won't have. Moscow stands for four categories: must have, should have, could have, won't have. Each requirement is placed one of these category based on the priority. Must have items are essential for project success. Must have features are absolutely necessary. Without them, the system cannot function or deliver its main purpose. These are top priority items. Without them, the product is incomplete. If must-have features are missing, the project is considered a failure. So these requirements must be delivered in the current release or sprint. Should have features are important but not critical for the first release. Should have features are important but not mandatory for the first version of the products. They improve the quality and user experience but are not essential for the basic functionality. They can be deferred to later iterations if needed. If time is limited, should have features can be moved to future sprints without affecting the success of the project. Could have items are extra value but are optional. Could have features are nice additions that enhance the product but are not necessary. These are optional and given lower priority. These are implemented when time and resource allow. If the team has extra time or resource, after finishing must have and should have features, they can add the could have items. Won't have items are documented but postponed for future consideration. Won't have features are not included in the current release. They are recorded for future reference but are not worked on now. This helps control scope and avoid unnecessary work. This clarity helps prevent the unrealistic expectations. By clearly categorizing requirements, the Moscow method avoids the confusion and false promise. Stakeholders know how exactly what will be delivered and what will not. In next slide, we will see the Moscow prioritization matrix. This slide shows the Masco prioritization matrix, which visually represent how prioritize requirements in Agile based on their importance and implementation need. The first quadrant should have, that is the top left, that in the first section we have should have requirement. These features are important for system but they are not critical for the first release. Sometimes they may be difficult to implement immediately, so if required they can be postponed to later sprints without affecting the main functionality. And next one is must have. These are the highest priority items. They are essential for project success. Without them, the product cannot function properly. These features must be delivered in the current release. And third one is the could have. In the bottom left, we have the could have features. These are the optional improvements that add extra value to the product. They are usually easy to implement but they are not mandatory. If the team has extra time, these can be included. And fourth one is won't have. So these features may be useful but they are not needed right now. They are postponed for future release or may even be removed entirely. This helps the team stay focused and prevent the Scope grip. So overall, Masco matrix gives the clear and simple way to separate the high priority work and less important work, ensuring that agile teams focus on delivering the maximum value first. In next slide, we'll see the Kano model. The Kano model classifies the requirement based on customer satisfaction and impact. The Kano model is prioritization technique that helps the teams understand which features will satisfy user the most. It focuses on customer experience and emotional response to features. It distinguishes features that delight users from those that are merely expected. Not all features impress the customer equally. Some are just expected while others create the excitement. The Kano model helps separate these type of features clearly. Basic needs are essential. Their absence causes the dissatisfaction. Basic needs are the minimum requirement a product must have. If they are missing, user will be unhappy. For example, a mobile banking app must allow money transfer. That's the basic expectations. And however, meeting them does not excite customers. Even though basic features are necessary, they don't create the excitement or satisfaction. Users simply expect them to be there. The performance needs directly influence satisfaction as they improve. Performance needs are features that improve the user satisfaction based on quality or performance. The better these features are implemented, the more satisfied the user becomes. For example, the faster loading speed of the website. The more the team delivers, the happier the users. When performance features are enhanced, like better speed, accuracy, or efficiency, user satisfaction increase. Excitement needs delighters go beyond the expectations. Speaker excitement features are unexpected features that surprise the user in a positive way. They are not required but can make the product stand out from competitors. They create a positive surprise and competitive advantage. These features can make user fall in love with the product. For example, Google Photos automatically creating animated albums. This is a delightful feature that adds value. The Kano model helps team invest in features that emotionally connect with the users. Using the Kano models, teams can prioritize features that not only satisfy the basic needs but also create the emotional connection with the user, increasing the loyalty. It balances the necessity and innovation effectively. This model strikes the right balance between the essential features and innovative ideas, helping the teams deliver both the user satisfaction and the product uniqueness. In next slide, we'll see the model as the business value ranking. Business value ranking assigns the priority based on measurable value contributions. In this prioritization method, features are ranked depending on how much business value they bring. The focus is on measurable outcomes instead of assumption. High impact features are implemented first. Features that directly contribute to business goals such as increasing the revenue or improving the customer satisfaction are given top priority and developed early. It involves collaboration between the product owners, business analysts, and stakeholders. Business value cannot be decided by just one person. It requires the input from multiple roles like the product owners, business analysts, and the key stakeholders who understand the business goals. They estimate the potential return on investment or customer impact. During prioritizations, the team evaluate each feature based on the expected return on investment or how much value it adds to customer. Value can be measured in revenue potential, user engagement, or cost reduction. Business value can be calculated in different ways. For example, will it increase sales? Will it improve customer usage and engagement? Will it reduce the operational cost? These factors are used to measure the value. Next one is the quantifiable metrics make the prioritization objective. Since value is measured with the actual numbers and data, this method avoids the personal bias. Prioritization's decision becomes clear, logical, and justifiable. This approach aligns the agile development with the organizational strategy. Business value ranking ensures that agile development supports company goals. The team always works on features that contribute to a business success. Every sprint contributes to a tangible outcomes. Since features with the high business values are delivered early, each sprint produces meaningful result. Stakeholders can see real progress. Business value ranking ensure that resources are focused on what matters most. Time and budget in a project teams are limited. This method ensures that these values resources are used wisely on features that make the biggest impact. It transforms the agile decision into business result. By using the business value as the priority measure, agile teams make smarter decisions that leads to higher customer satisfaction and business growth. In next slide, we will see the model as the stakeholders voting technique. Stakeholder participation ensures the diverse perspective in prioritization. It increases ownership and consensus. The planning poker method uses cards with the effort or value points. Team members discuss and vote simultaneously. The 100-point method and allocate the virtual budget of 100 points. The stakeholders distribute the points among the features based on the importance. Both the method foster collaboration and reveal the differing priorities. They make the decision making transparent and democratic. Voting based techniques blend intuition with group reasoning. They promote the balanced and fair prioritizations outcome. In next slide, we will see the continuous reassessment. In Agile, priorities are not fixed. They evolve with the project feedback. Each sprint offers the new opportunity to reassess the goals. Market conditions, user feedback, or technical issue may trigger the reprioritizations. Flexibility ensures relevance and responsiveness. So, product owners review the backlog regularly to adapt to change. This prevents wasted effort on low value work. Continuous prioritization keeps the product aligned with dynamic business needs. It sustains the customer satisfaction and innovation. Agile thrives on learning and adapting, not a static planning. Reassessment is the key to long-term success. In next slide, we will see the balancing stakeholder and team perspective. Prioritizations are required balancing user demands with the technical feasibility. Both the viewpoints must have respected in decision making. Stakeholders focus on value while the developers emphasize the complexity. Combining the both perspective leads to realistic planning. A regular meeting encourage open negotiations and compromise. This builds shared understanding. Agile fosters cross-functional collaboration to resolve conflict early. Transparency is maintained through backlog discussions. Balanced prioritizations leads to better outcomes and higher moral. It turns the differing the opinions into the productive dialogue. And next one is what are the challenges in agile prioritizations? Frequent changes can lead to the confusions or shifting targets. Clear communication minimizes these disruptions. Stakeholders conflict may arise when priorities differ. Consensus building sessions address such as disagreements. Lack of data driven decision can cause the bias in ranking. Using the business metrics, it ensures the objectivity. Over prioritizing everything dilutes focus and slow progress. Agile encourages the selective commitment. Continuous learning and adaptability are essential to overcome these challenges. Teams evolve with experience and feedback. In next 1 hour, we will see the overall summary of this. Agile prioritizations ensure timely delivery of high value features. The main goal of the prioritization in Agile is to make sure the most valuable features are delivered first. This helps teams deliver meaningful results quickly. It optimizes the customer satisfaction and project efficiency. By focusing on high priority features, Agile teams meet the customer needs faster and use time and resource more efficiently. Techniques like Masco, Kano, and planning focus provide the structured decision tools. Agile provides the different prioritization techniques to help teams make clear and logical decisions. Tools like Masco and Kano help the categorize the requirements, while planning the poker helps in effort estimation. Each supports the different context and teams. No single technique fits all projects. Teams choose the best method based on the business needs, team size, and project complexity. So, business value ranking aligns Agile work with the strategic goals. Business value ranking ensure that the development efforts support the company's strategic priority and long-term goals. Every sprint contributes the measurable impact. Since high value tasks are completed first, every sprint produces useful outcome that stakeholders can clearly see and measure. And seventh, continuous reassessment keeps the backlog relevant and focused. Priorities can change during the project. Agile reassess the backlog regularly to keep the updated with the current needs. The change becomes the part of the improvement or not a disruption. Change is not a problem. With the prioritizations, change actually improves the product and helps the team and adapt the new requirements easily. An effective prioritization transforms Agile from flexible to truly value driven. Flexibility alone not enough. With the prioritizations, Agile delivers a real business value, not just working software. Uh, it's where collaboration meets the clarity and the speed. Prioritization brings the team, stakeholders, and business goals together. It provides clarity on what to build next and what helps deliver the faster result that with confidence. Thank you.